The audio drama which you are about to hear contains themes of extreme violence, torture, foul and derogatory language, and suggestive themes. Listener discretion is advised. An Ian McDonough production, in association with Rising Action Media, presents Music to Her Ears. When I was a kid, I always figured that my old man was trying to ruin everything that I saw as fun, especially heavy metal music. He believed that it brought out the worst in people, that it allowed their inner demons to come out and play. He thought he could set me on the right path by getting me into classical music. I hated it at first. However, despite my early protests, I really took to it. Maybe he wanted me to thank him for introducing me to the likes of Mozart, Bach, Tchaikovsky, Vivaldi. But, all in all, he was just another pious tight-ass trying to control my life. No love was lost when I left to strike out on my own. During that night, though, when that psycho bitch kidnapped me, well, I guess he was right all along about the power of heavy metal. How did I get here? Let me tell you. Yeah, like you deadbeats have somewhere else to be. I sure as hell don't. It began with my night going great as usual. Not only was I failing at picking up this chick I bought a drink for, as if to ante up the stakes, my biker bros were hanging by the pool table with their girlfriends, watching my performance in front of this woman. I knew they were judging me. Of course they were all smiles and laughter around me, but I could hear their little jabs in between the lines. I think they knew. No matter how many times I denied my ignorance, I was failing in front of them. So me, being the smartest bastard in the room, I got on about a band that I thought I had enough trivia stored up for a good conversation. I was about to find out how wrong I was.
And hey, I'm just saying that's why I believe that the Australian version of High Voltage has some of Brian Johnson's best work. Again, I'm just saying.
Holy shit, this is unbelievable! You claim to be a metalhead, but even a freaking 4-year-old should know it was Bon Scott who was the frontman on AC/DC's first album ever produced. Johnson wasn't even in the picture till 1980.
Oh, did I say Australian? I meant to say American, yeah.
Oh, you are so full of crap. I'm leaving. My ex-boyfriend might not know how to use a condom the right way, but at least he knows who AC/DC are. Keep the damn change.
I turned my head, looking at my guys, and I could see it on their faces, judging me as I predicted. They weren't close enough to hear my gaffe. Maybe the chick just didn't like the pickup line. The humiliation was bad enough. But if they ever found out that I lied about metal being my favorite genre, I'd be a joke and would probably get laughed out of the club. Maybe I can salvage this, I thought to myself. I ran out of the bar, yes, to avoid ridicule, but mainly to catch up with her. When I did, it went as well as you'd expect with these types of broads.
Hey, wait! Just wait. Look, I can explain.
Look, I don't want to hear it. I just wanted to have a nice, relaxing evening, enjoying some damn scotch. And, not to get hit on by some shit-faced poser who doesn't know anything about the subject he's babbling about. You're probably not even a real biker, are you? Just get lost, you asswipe poser.
Yeah, that last part kind of hurt. More than I care to admit. I should have yelled back, telling her that her tits are fake or something, and gone back into the bar. But I was dumbfounded. I looked away in shame as she continued on. Good riddance, I guess. But what was I going to say to the guys? I'd think about that later. I looked back at her shrinking, strutting ass when I noticed her getting pulled into a dark alley.
Hey, what the?
I didn't hear a scream, but I rushed over to see if she was okay. When I got there, the alley was completely concealed in shadows, looking like a blank black velvet canvas.
Damn it. I can't see anything. Gotta use my phone flashlight.
When I turned it on, the first thing I saw was this horrible face with a mad Joker-like grin on it. And that was all I could remember before my blackout.
What? What the hell happened? Where am I?
What? I didn't know where I was or how I got there, but it turned out that I ended up chained to the floor by my wrists. I could stand, but little else. The dark change of scenery sobered me up, and I started to remember what happened before I blacked out. So, I did the old tough, badass biker act, maybe scaring whoever was dumb enough to mess with a member of one of the baddest biker gangs in the Pittsburgh area.
Hey, whoever you are, let me out of here right now, or I'm gonna gouge your damned eyes out. I mean it. Oh, you have no idea who you're messing with. I'm a member of the Silver Blades Motorcycle Club. Trust me, my bros will find me. And when they do, we'll make sure all the bones of your limbs will be sticking out of your damn flesh.
After no reply, I started to think that my bros were pulling some kind of prank on me. A very sick one at that. I also considered that it was some kind of punishment for something I did in the past. I wish that was the answer.
Okay guys, you've had your fun. I get it. Let's make fun of the rookie. Alright, seriously, this is not funny anymore. Hey Doug, is this about your chick? Hey, I swear man, I was only helping her clean some whiskey she spilled on her shirt. Yeah.
Wow, okay. Someone told me last month that my next vocalist would be some Sons of Anarchy LARPer. I'd have ripped out their spine for lying to me. Well, either way, I have a gut feeling you'll make the session quite amusing.
Huh? Who the hell said that? Turn on some fucking lights and show yourself!
If you insist.
The second after she snapped her fingers, suddenly this blinding light turned on from the ceiling. It was so bright I almost lost my balance. As my eyes started to adjust, I turned my head to my left, and what I saw made me wish I stayed in darkness. There were these hellish red eyes with a fiery mouth roaring at me. Some ghoulish animatronic gargoyle. I almost shit myself. I turned away to my right to get some space, but another sprang to life in that direction. I instinctively turned around to see if there was anything there, and sure as hell, there was another one right behind me. I was trapped. Then, she appeared. Out of those shadows as if they were her home. She was one of the hottest chicks I've ever seen. Pretty face, an hourglass figure under a heavy metal-themed bunny girl outfit. She also had bright pink hair with a black stripe on the left side. I tell ya, it seemed like a band's Twisted mascot stepped right out of an album cover.
Holy
Holy? Me? Not really, but thanks anyway. So, getting comfy in your new digs?
Hey, who are you? What are these robots? Where the hell am I, and why am I here?
Oh, right. How rude of me. My name's Natalie, and welcome to my humble abode. Sorry, I would have said all that earlier, but I could just not get over how the Silverblades seem to be chicken shits.
I ignored her, too busy looking around. We were in a compound of some kind. Nothing but concrete walls, support pillars, and no windows. I looked back at her as she continued.
The reason why you're here should be obvious, even for a retard like you.
Hey, hate to break it to you, lady, but it's really not.
Need me to spell it out for you? Spreading false knowledge degrades the divinity that is heavy metal music. You've been quite the little sinner, Brucey. A full-throated, grade-A, blaspheming mainstreamer. The only way to atone is death by execution. In the sickest, most metal way possible. Hell yeah!
That seems a bit much. Wait, hold on. How do you know who I am? Have we met before?
Oh no, we haven't. It's just so easy to find, what did that raging bitch call you? Oh yeah, posers. Like you writing on the Black Sabbath subreddits praising Randy Rhoads for creating the guitar riffs for Heaven and Hell. After reading that, I just knew you needed to be disciplined and punished. Oh, I just know this session is gonna be one to remember.
As I was thinking to myself that this chick is freaking insane, she made her way over to one of the pillars. Reaching into the shadows around the bend, she drew a well-used fire axe. I didn't hear her take it from anything, so it was like she pulled it out of thin air. I only had a second to wonder how she did that before she crazily skipped right towards me with the axe, lifting it over her head. Wait! This is insane! Don't I even get a chance to escape? Some kind of trial? Or even some kind of confession, so my sins can be, forgiven?
Oh, of course, sweetie. I wasn't really going to kill you. Not yet, anyway. I just wanted to see if you'd shit yourself first before I tell you that there is, in fact, a path for redemption.
I didn't like how she said the last word, but I had to go along with this madness if I was going to survive.
Okay, let's get this show on the frickin' road. Here's how it's gonna go down. I'm gonna ask you some trivia questions, all tied to the metal music genre. Get 3 in a row correct, and I'll let you walk out of here, intact. However, if you get any wrong, our statuesque friends here will make sure to dish out some divine punishment. If you get 3 wrong, it's the end of the road for you. But you'll get a sweet consolation prize, though. The killing blow will be delivered by yours truly. You've already met the boys, so why don't I introduce you? The one on your right with the sick halberd is called Duke. On the left with the mace is called Ralph. Oh yeah, I designed this bad boy with enough hydraulics to make sure he puts a crater in some poor schmuck's chest. And lastly, in the back, is my favorite sickle-wielding collective farm boy, Nikolai Ivanovich Volkov. Or Steve. I haven't really decided yet. But he's got a certain special touch that I adore. All that ultra-violence can be done in just a snap of my fingers. So what do you say, Brucey? Ready to play ball?
No, because 1, you're clearly a psycho. 2, if I get a question wrong, I'll probably die with a single hit from these things, so it'd be game over on strike 1. You clearly didn't think any of this through. And 3, I ain't no headbanger. You said it yourself. So why even ask me about metal trivia at all?
Oh, don't worry about getting killed by my gargoyles. Your injuries won't be instantly fatal. I designed my boys to only gravely wound. Plus, I have a certain special something that will patch you right up.
And what is that exactly?
Oh, come on, Lungcad. Be open to a little mystery and relax. I'm not that sadistic. I'll throw you some softball questions that even a frickin' normie like you would know. So, I ask for the last time. Are you ready?
I looked around, trying in vain to see beyond the darkness. I looked at the chains around my wrists, still welded to the floor. The look on her face. I could see that there was no way out of this. I guess so. I'm ready.
Great! I'll start you off with a warm-up question. This one is so easy. Which Metallica album has Enter Sandman on it?
Oh, jeez. Oh, man. I don't know. I guess it has to be from their first album? Kill 'Em All? I squirmed and looked away, confident that I was wrong and prepared myself for the worst. But nothing happened for like 10 seconds. I opened my eyes to see her reaction. To my surprise, she had a calm yet astounded look on her face.
Wow! Holy shit!
Oh, what the... Oh, what was that for? Oh, feels like it busted my jaw.
Jeez, that was just a warm-up. It's the Black Album, you nauseating dipshit. Pull your head out of your ass, Bruce, because after an answer like that, it'd be better if I just kill you now and save us both the humiliation. Like, I knew you were a phony, but seriously.
The force of that strike took me completely off guard. It felt like getting hit with a cinder block. I was still a bit dazed, but the shock was wearing off. Thankfully, I only lost a tooth, and hoped that would be all the bodily harm I faced. I'm not beefcake or made of twigs, but I couldn't believe someone of that size and build was able to slug me so hard.
You better get your ass in gear, lunkhead, because that was your one and only practice round. The real game is now just starting. Ready for question 1?
Not really. But I'm as ready as I'll ever be. I guess.
Okay. What is the godfather of shock rock, Alice Cooper's favorite pastime?
Reading Gothic literature?
Well, to my, and I bet your surprise, you answered wrong. It's golf!
Immediately after her cold, deceptive response and the snapping of her fingers, the robot gargoyle with the halberd grabbed me by the arm and stabbed me in the lower side of the stomach. I still remember the agony of the cold metal against my warm blood. I fell down to the floor, praying that the bitch or someone, anyone else, would put me out of my damn misery. And the scariest thing is that I wish that was the worst pain I felt that night.
Aw, don't you look pathetic? Well, I will admit your vocals aren't that bad. They're not quite the stuff I'm looking for, but there's still plenty of time. Oh, I told you not to worry. Here's that certain special something that'll get you right back on your feet. Though you may feel a slight, tingle.
What I witnessed was the most insane shit I have ever seen. At first, I wanted it to be from the pain and blood loss, but it was real. Completely real. Her jaw unhinged like a snake's, and her tongue whipped out of her mouth, wrapping around her hand, covering it with thick, cloudy saliva as she bent down toward me and tore open the bottom of my shirt where I was stabbed.
Yeah, this here's my cure-all remedy. Been passed down in my family from generation to generation. Hold still! Jeez, you'd think you'd be a lot more grateful.
Whatever that shit was, it stung worse than getting ravaged by a swarm of bees. It was so intense that I couldn't move or even speak. I just laid there, helpless, my muscles spasming. The pain eventually subsided, and feeling through the tear on my shirt, the wound was in fact shrinking.
Hey, not to get off topic, but did you wonder what happened to that angry bitch at the bar after I pulled her into that alley? You probably think she's being held captive somewhere else in the compound. Maybe I just let her go. Maybe I already played my little game with her before you came to and got every single question of mine right and was let go. Well, I think you just might be surprised. Or not.
She placed her hand on the ground, where my body cast a shadow. Her arm somehow sank into the floor, disappearing into the narrow darkness. Was there a trap door I didn't see? I wanted to shift away from her, if not for the chains and subsiding convulsions.
Hold still, silly. This gets a little weird if I phase into a shadow that suddenly has light.
To my horror, what she pulled out was the corpse of that metal chick. Her throat sliced to ribbons, her body painted in blood from neck to feet.
Yeah, turns out she wasn't in the best mindset for games. But I just knew I had to do something with her. I knew she'd answer all my questions correctly. I just have that instinct, you know? So, I thought maybe the best option was to turn her into a friendly little reminder that it's best to play my game if lunkheads like you want to make it out of here alive. So, what's a humble metal babe like me supposed to do? Bang! Zoom! Splash! Splurt! Right in the jugular! A cautionary tale, if you will.
The distance she threw that woman's body. It must have been 20 feet away. I just could not figure out how she was able to do that. But after the whole mouth and tongue thing, it reminded me that when it came to her, anything was possible.
All right, looks like your wound is all healed up. Okay, come on, rise and shine. It's time for question 2. Which city in England did Black Sabbath originate from?
Did they form in Cardiff?
What the hell? Cardiff? That's in frickin' Wales, dumbass. Wrong. They formed in Birmingham. Wrong.
The gargoyle on the left sprang to life, grabbed me, pulled me in, and caved in my chest with its mace. I still feel the shattering of my ribs and the rupturing of my lungs. I fell to the floor, gasping in desperation for air. My body began to convulse. I couldn't control myself. Natalie approached me again, with that slime on her hand to prolong my suffering.
Still, damn it! It's like you don't want to make it out of here alive.
I tell ya, the accelerated healing on my lungs and ribs, complete torture. I couldn't be any more glad when I was fully healed. When the pain subsided.
I'm starting to think you want all of this to end with an axe splitting your skull. You're really killing the mood, you know? My motor should be in frickin' second gear by now. Okay, I think I know what's wrong. I'm a smart enough girl to know when things are going completely tits up. I'll admit, maybe the whole mace thing was a bad idea for capturing proper screams. I mean, did you hear yourself? Sorry, Brucey, sweetheart, I'm getting off topic again. You live with me long enough, you'll see I'm easily distracted. Especially when it comes to my hobbies. You look distracted too. Having a rough night.
What makes you say that?
Apart from you being on the floor, dazed, recovering from a caved-in chest, call it woman's intuition. Anyway, looks like you could really use some motivation to keep going. Apparently the metal chick wasn't enough, so What to do? I know.
She put her hand into my shadow again. Only this time, pulling out a thick iron ring with a single key on it.
Freedom is in sight, Brucey. That's right. You ain't seeing things. It's the key. Right here, safe and snuggled up, ready to be handed over.
She twirled it around her finger, taunting me into continuing her sick game. After a few seconds of her gleeful smile, she stuffed it in her corset.
Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. Ready for question 3? I must warn you, this one's a bit trickier than the last one. So, be on your toes, because who knows if you still have them by the end of this.
Yeah, why not? I'm ready. Bring it on. What have I got to lose, right? I mean, it's only my life. Yeah, no big deal.
That's the spirit. Now, the Finnish melodic death metal band Children of Bodom often use which classical composer's music as inspiration?
Holy shit, I know this one. It's Mozart. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
No way. Get the hell out of here. That was a fluke. All right. Name one of COB's songs that took inspiration from Mozart.
Black Widow on the Hatebreeder album, released May 5th, 1999.
Wow. Okay. Now, name that piece of music that was the inspiration for that song.
Piano Concerto number 20.
In what key?
What does that matter?
It matters because it's part of the answer, and it determines whether your innards stay in your gut or on the cold, damn concrete. Now, what key?
I froze. Was it in D, C, major, minor? I couldn't remember the last bit.
Well, answer me. I admit you're not a complete shit for brains. And if I'm being honest, you were able to throw me for a frickin' loop that you knew those tidbits. But you still owe me the rest of the answer. Tell me now!
This was her last question, and I was going to drop the ball on a technicality. I knew that getting those questions right was just dumb luck. But I guess it was in fact dumb, because it ran out while I still needed it.
Well, I'm waiting.
I had to think. I was not gonna die there in that compound with a spoiled psycho bitch that never shuts up. Then, it hit me.
Hey, numbnuts! Answer the question. Come on! Jeez, what the hell's the matter with ya? This is a simple question, maybe not an easy question for you, but based on the roll you were on, it should spill right out of your charlatan mouth. What? Did all those repeated falls give you brain damage all of a sudden? I don't know. I'm an idiot loser who can't finish the answers to questions people give me. I'm such a dumbass. Well, I guess all those falls did do something. Because you clearly forgot how deep in shit you're clearly in. Time for a friendly reminder. If you don't get back up and answer me this instant, I'll have Nikolai gut you like a damn fish. And you can forget about being healed. So, it'd be in everybody's best interest, especially yours, if you answer the damn question.
So far, she was taking the bait. She was right in my face. I stood stock still, and we're inches away from each other. It was perfect. I just had to wait for the right moment.
Last warning.
Almost.
Fine, then. A non-answer is still an answer. And in my book, that's a wrong one. So long, Brucey.
As soon as she snapped, I headbutted her. I was dazed, but fortunately, so was she, obviously losing her balance. My hands were still restrained, but I managed to grab her by the wrists and threw her right in the last gargoyle's direction. The gargoyle took one of its sickles and hooked her in by the shoulder, while it used the other one to gut her from her chest down to her stomach. Her scream was ear-piercing.
You bastard!
Her body went limp and collapsed onto the floor with her guts and entrails pouring out. Despite all the viscera and gore at my feet, I felt such joy that the nightmare was over.
Yeah! Fuck you! Rot in hell, bitch! I'll teach you to mess with a silver blade!
As I looked over her corpse, I noticed that a few inches from it was the key ring. The gargoyle must have pulled it from her corset as it attacked her. Thankfully, it was just in reach, so I grabbed it, hoping that the key wasn't fake, and that would free me from my shackles. I was relieved. It was the only time I had been in cuffs, and I was hoping it would be the last. Alright, I need to find a way out of this hellhole. Where's the exit? As I wondered that, I heard weak gasping and slithering sounds coming from behind me. I turned around, and what I saw nearly made me shit myself. Huh? Natalie's body was missing. Gone. All that was left was the blood that poured out of her body when her corpse hit the floor. My blood ran cold. What happened? Was someone else in there? Or worse, did she simply get back up? Regardless, where was she? My feeling of relief was long gone. I still wasn't alone. Something else, something inhuman, was stalking me. What happened next? I still can't entirely believe.
Shit! I fucking win! Nobody tricks me! Nobody! This is my game! My truth! My shadows! My music! I'm the one in charge of this record production, and you try to deny me my work, my dream project. So that's get your ass alive!
After hearing that, I tried to hightail it out of there. But before I could even raise my foot, a demonic hand reached out of the darkness and grabbed me by the throat, lifting me off the ground. When she fully emerged from the shadows, she appeared as this pink-skinned, feral, nightmarish, crimson-eyed beast with her axe in hand. Her bunny costume, all torn and mangled, while her once vivisected torso, now bare as if she just got out of the shower.
Right. But I only had the power to heal others and not myself. Choose. I was right all along. You are super brains.
I knew it was useless to struggle, but by pure instinct, I reached into the inner pocket of my jacket. Before I could do anything else, her axe went into my arm, severing it in a single chop. I couldn't scream with her vice grip still around my throat. I blacked out for a few seconds. Once I came to, I saw her standing over me, still in pure rage. She had let go of me, but I couldn't make any noise beyond a struggling gasp. A mixture of shock and a crushed windpipe. I looked at the stump where my arm used to be attached, then down next to me, where it now laid, still oozing blood. The hand gripping what I was trying to reach for, an old cassette mixtape.
You know, I'm not trying to tell you the real reason why I do these things, but I think you're too stupid. Or you have too much blood loss at this point to even understand. I have big plans for the glory of Baby Mother. But now, I realize that you're just not worth the hassle.
can't stand guys like you. The kind who think they're hot shit, but really just end up being stone-cold turds. Huh? The hell's this? Cassette tape with music from Hayden? Bach? Wagner? Ugh! That explains a lot. Why am I not surprised? This has been such a waste of a night. Oh well, live and learn. It's time I get back to the studio and get into contact with this new band I've been hearing so much about on the web.
She left my corpse there, on the ground. Would she even clean it up? Would she feed my entrails to a rat colony? Would she send pieces of me to my club in packages just for kicks? I don't know. Maybe she has a minion that can sweep up the two bodies. I guess it doesn't matter now at this point, since, as you can guess, I'm dead. All to say that maybe my dad was right all along. Metal can bring out one's inner demons. I sure hope they're playing hide-in in heaven. Assuming I even end up there. This has been Music to Her Ears, directed and produced by Ian McDonough. Written by Ian McDonough and Scott Wilkins. Picture stills by Ariana Rose and Kaidario Arts. Character designs by Viri DeHart. Audio editing and sound effects by Scott Wilkins. Video editing and visual effects by V. Red. Starring Khloe Faria as Natalie, Ian McDonough as Bruce, and Vivian Reed as the Metal Chick. An Ian McDonough production.